You've saved, you planned, you followed all the advice, but you still feel unsure. You shouldn't, because when you have the right team behind you, clarity and confidence become your new normal. In this video, we'll show you exactly what that financial advising relationship should look like and how you can start feeling the same confidence today. What does this healthy relationship look like? How should a client feel when they're in these meetings with their advisor?
I think a healthy relationship looks like having the honest and raw conversations so that the advisor knows what's truly on your mind and can provide solutions and recommendations to what matters most to you. I think a healthy relationship involves educating our clients so that they become smarter with their finances, smarter with their investments, so that they know that they're on track to get to the goals that they want to achieve. It's all kind of in vain if we're just telling you your investments are growing, for example, but we're not connecting the dots to show you that can allow you to maybe buy the second vacation home, retire sooner, or get the new car. What we see clients just having a sense of calmness, maybe relieving some anxiety, and just walking away feeling more like they're in control and less like they're just drowning and trying to wing it or survive day to day. I think that's the goal when we meet with clients.
Why don't you give me an example of I know we've talked about this, but clients like you could actually physically see them and like the relief they have and like the aha moments. Why don't you share a couple of stories about clients that have shown that?
One example I can think of is when someone came to us and they'd been doing a really great job on their own before coming to us, but they just needed help kind of putting all the puzzle pieces in place, so to speak, and confirming that with just a couple updates that they can get to their goal of early retirement. And once we were able to show him that, okay, the plan works, we just need it going on for a little bit longer, and then you'll be able to do exactly what you want to do in terms of being job optional. You could almost just see the relief and the anxiety like melt away in his face, and like a big smile come across his face. So again, sometimes it's not even what they say; it's just the body language. You can tell that they feel that they're in control and they know that they're going to be okay.
I know a lot of people might think that financial advising is literally just how's my portfolio? How's my investment? What do you think is like a different way of looking at advisor instead of just seeing them as investment portfolio management?
I think an advisor has three main goals. They should educate their clients so that their clients can become just smarter in general about investing and overall finances. An advisor's job is to guide the client to make more balanced decisions. So pointing out the opportunities and roadblocks that are ahead and helping them make better decisions than they would just on their own so that they can ultimately help someone grow towards their goals. By doing all three, we can really meet clients where they are and put them on the right track to get to the goals that they want to achieve.
Why don't you talk about a little bit more about what Verde does and how our approach is a little different?
When I think of that, Michelle, I think of the very first time that we get to know somebody. We're simply just seeing if this is a good fit for them, if they want our help and if we can help them. And if it's a yes for both sides, we'll introduce them to two advisors here at Verde. We want our clients to feel like they have a whole team behind them, rooting for them and coaching them on. Once we get to know someone, we try to get as much information from them as possible because we want to be in their shoes. We want to know exactly what it feels like to be in those clients' footsteps and their day to day so that we can make the best recommendations personalized for them. We don't want to just offer cookie cutter approach for everyone across the board. We want to get to know each one of our clients as personally as possible so that we can do what's best and recommend what's best for them.
What's nice about Verde too is because we have this team approach, we have lots of resources. I'm the coach, but I'm also the tax preparer here at Verde. And so having the ability to have all of your finances handled by one financial advising firm really puts a lot of trust for our clients that we can help them with literally everything they need, all things finances. We want to work our best to try to help you, minimize taxes, grow your wealth, get savings increased, and help you live the life that you want. Going into like maybe this more specifics about how we help our clients, what would like onboarding or like ongoing service look like? What would be that experience for them?
But like I mentioned, Michelle, a lot of the onboarding is trying to get to know them as much as possible so we can put ourselves in their shoes and make the best recommendations and then improve upon the 6 key areas of financial planning. So when I think of the 6 key areas, I think of cash management, risk management, investment planning, tax planning, estate planning, and then tying all those towards your goals. So goal planning. And then once we get to more of the service aspect of the relationship post onboarding, we introduce individuals to what's called our Verde portal and our decision center, which I'll demo here now. Here is an example of our Verde client portal that each of our clients have access to. And once they log in, this is what they see. We can start to explore this and see their net worth and then their investments here, and they can actually track how that's growing over time. In this client's case, their net worth has grown by over $100,000 just this year so far. And how we can actually track that is by linking all of the clients' accounts over here on the left. So as you can see in this cash bucket, we can actually link their cash accounts, think checking accounts, saving accounts. If they have a CD, for example, those accounts will be feeding into our website, and the client can get an accurate view of those account balances and how they change over time. It alleviates the burden for clients of keeping their own Excel spreadsheet updated or logging into 10 different places to see how everything's doing. But we can actually link their accounts. So we can link different credit cards. We can link different accounts like a joint taxable account or a tax advantage account like a 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, all the way down to loans like a mortgage, an auto loan, student loans, and then property. We attempt to build this out as comprehensively as possible so everything the client owns is accounted for in here. Now, how do we connect all this information and metrics to what's most important to them? Well, we'll go to my plan. And here's where we actually get to connect all of that to their goals. So for example, these clients' goals is to retire, to pay for their kids' education costs, to have a trip around the world for a special anniversary celebration, and then to take care of their parents in old age. And by being able to have all their accounts feeding in, knowing all of their financial data, we can be able to show them that they're 100% on track to meet all these goals, assuming that they just keep doing what they're doing now. And we can actually run what if scenarios in this decision center and either confirm for the client that yes, the plan still works, or maybe we just need to wait a little bit longer and see how things play out. A couple of other cool things that we can show clients in this Verde client portal is the spending tab. So by being able to connect all of their checking accounts, credit cards, savings accounts, that information from those accounts will come into here automatically. For example, these clients over the last month have spent these amounts on mortgage and rent, travel and vacation, education. So the clients in real time can see where their money is going. Two other things that I want to show you, Michelle, is this investments tab where we can also have your investment accounts feeding in. So we can say, here's how all of our investment accounts have done, how much they've moved on a day-to-day basis. And we can actually see how much they've grown since we've linked them to this website. In this client example, they started with about $100,000 in 2018. And now their investments have grown to just over $1 million here in 2025. So it's really encouraging for our clients to see their accounts and their investments grow over time so that they continue to save and continue to work towards the goals that mean the most to them. Finally, this vault section is really useful in the sense where you can upload all of your valuable documents to this vault. It's encrypted and a safe place so that you can declutter your life a little bit and upload your tax documents, insurance documents, driver's license, and it's a completely secure system that only you have access to.
If you are interested in working with us and seeing how this healthy client advisor relationship really plays out in reality and with our team, we would love for you to give us a call and we can help you wherever you're at, whether it's with coaching, whether it's advising. You can go to our website at www.verdecm.com. You can check out all the things that we do for our clients, tax prep, coaching, and advising, and all of the 6 key areas that we go through with our clients. And you can schedule a call with an advisor you can schedule a call with me as a coach, and wherever you're at, we'll be able to point you in the right direction and help you get the help that you need. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I look forward to talking with you soon.